I tasted death more than 10 times. I was close to death more than 10 times in my life.
Oh
The
my
last
God.
one was the brain stroke in 2011. So I was close to death at that time. I came out with flying colors.
And so you mentioned about these 11 C's, which are the core principles that you believe form the foundation of soft leadership, and you touched upon character, charisma, right? And can you talk about rest of them as well?
Then again, I had a brain stroke some 3.5 years back. So that was one more setback.
Yeah.
So I had lots of setbacks, but still I'm trying to bouncing back. I am known as father of soft leadership because of my contributions in the area of soft leadership.
A quality that you dislike in a leader?
Lack of commitment.
So, folks, you have tuned into TGV, and hearty welcome to the Guiding Voice podcast series, the world's only quadrilingual podcast at this moment of recording. And we are trying to embark into multiple languages as we speak. And here we embark on transformative conversations for a better future. And we want to simplify and amplify your journey to success. I'm your host, Naveen Samala, dedicated to making the world a better place by bringing you wisdom through valuable discussions with experts designed to simplify and amplify your success. And thank you so much for tuning in. So, folks, today we are honored to have a repeat guest on our show, Professor M.S. Rao, and we have spoken to him already on the topic of future of leadership. And Professor M.S. Rao is the father of soft leadership and international leadership guru. Today we are going to delve into the second topic with him, and the topic is very interesting. From a tea seller to the father of soft leadership and international leadership guru, Professor M.S. Rao, PhD. Here is an exciting twist as always. Let us tickle our guest's brain. So, Professor, I'm going to kick off the rapid fire round of random words. I know you are already aware of the process. The process is same, just that the questions are different. As and when I mention the word, you have to respond with the first thing that comes to your mind. And if you're ready, let's get started.
First of all, thank you for having me, and it's wonderful to talk to you because I enjoyed the previous session. It was really exciting. I
Sure.
think this session will be more exciting than what it was.
Oh, sure. Thank you, sir. I am also really curious because today we are going to dive deep into the leadership and soft leadership, especially. So, with that, let's begin.
Hello, I'm Steve Ahern, one of the judges of the Asia Podcast Awards. I'm interrupting this episode to let you know that you're listening to an award-winning podcast. This podcast won its category in the 2024 Podcast Awards, so you know you're listening to quality. Enjoy your listening experience, and congratulations to the team who created this award-winning podcast for you.
My first word is inspiration.
Inspiration means that is within, and my inspiration is Abraham Lincoln.
Okay. And then integrity.
I recall Raja Harichandra, that is King Harichandra, who stood by his ethics.
Okay. And then innovation.
Innovation means adding value. I recall Steve Jobs.
Yeah, Steve Jobs, nobody can replace him. Next,
Yeah. Now I'm coming to this next question that I will respond. That also. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
next word is empathy.
So we need to empathize with others because empathy is essential, and we have to emphasize compassion. These both are interconnected. We have to empathize. When we empathize, we can build a better world.
Okay. And next word is failure.
Failure means embarrass, and let me share with you. My first book was titled Secrets for Success. That subtitle is Failure is only a comma, not a full stop.
Wow. Wow. Failure is only a comma, not a full stop. Wonderful. And next
That
word
was my
is
first book. That was my first book.
Sure,
Secrets
sure.
for Success.
Secrets for Success. So we'll definitely publish the link to your first book in the show notes. And let me move to the next word, legacy.
Let us build next generation of leaders.
And then soft skills.
Soft skills means personality, attitude, and behavior.
Superb. Creativity.
See, nobody can replace technology, can't replace creative.
Success.
Success is relative, and success means it means many for many people. As I said, it's relative. And for me,
Okay.
I don't care much about this. Rather, I believe in adding value and this in the lives of others.
Next, last word for today's first rapid fire round is transformation.
Yeah, we need to transform the people, and I emphasize transformation, which is mm, it's key to success. And I emphasize on attitude so that we can transform people, especially my students. I always emphasize on attitude that
Mhm.
helps transform the people, especially my students.
Oh, wow. And this is really at the next level. Thank you for participating in the first rapid fire round. I thoroughly enjoyed it and a lot to learn from you as always. And Professor M.S. Rao, hearty welcome to TGV once again. And thank you so much for being part of our journey. How are you doing today?
Good, I'm doing good, and I'm enjoying the this session. Really, very exciting, and you are very young and dynamic. You have a huge potential.
Eh,
I'm sure you will definitely do well, and you will add some value, and and you will leave legacy for your next generation of leaders.
Thank you so much for your kind words. And also, we need blessings from people like you. And let's get the ball rolling. And my first question for you today is, how would you define true leadership in today's fast evolving world? And also curious, has this definition evolved with the technology and globalization?
Yeah, when you Google leadership, you get lots of definitions. There is no fixed definition of leadership. And when we talk about true leadership means it's not star. That means we are focusing on something which is meaningful and which is ethical. So we have to talk about true leadership means we have to be we have to be authentic, and we have to lead from the front, and whatever the misalignments do occur in life or business or wherever it is, we have to remove the misalignments, and we have to keep moving forward,
Mhm,
and so that we can achieve our desired goals and objectives.
mhm.
Let me
Wonderful.
share with you my challenge. I am a survivor of brain stroke, so sometimes I am stuck. Please don't mind.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Professor M.S. Rao. I have authored 53 books, including the award-winning book titled See the Light in You, for which the Nobel laureate His Holiness Dalai Lama has given a foreword. And I am a late bloomer, dyslexic, a- ADHD, OCD. Add to that the brain stroke worsened my health. I have mental challenges, physical challenges, and financial challenges. I don't have two-wheeler. I don't have four-wheeler. I don't have any pension. I don't have any regular income. And despite all the challenges, I rose from the ashes like a phoenix.
yeah.
And I was born into a family and grew up in a toxic environment. My life is full of struggles and suffering. So what I feel with everyone is that never give up. Everything is possible in this world.
Yeah,
Let us get back
absolutely.
to the.
Absolutely. You are a great epitome of inspiration. That's what I can tell. And let's move to the next one. So,
Yeah.
Professor, you have mentioned your inspiration came from EMBA students and also MDP programs. So, can you share specific moments or stories that sparked your research on this aspect of soft leadership?
Oh, okay, let me briefly explain about the story behind the soft leadership.
Mhm,
And I'm passionate about leadership because I'm an Indian Air Force veteran. That's one. Second thing, and I earned my PhD in soft skills in the year 2011.
mhm,
So 2007, I joined for PhD, and 2011, I earned my PhD in soft skills. And why I chose it, I was passionate about students, and whenever the gaps are there, I tried to bridge the gaps. So there was a gap between campus and corporate. So that was
Mm.
the gap I found, and I researched it. Then I started doing my PhD in soft skills, and I earned my PhD in soft skills. So that is the
Mm.
story. Usually, after
Mm.
acquiring PhD, people remain they remain quite. But in my case, I am a passionate researcher. So after 2011, also I started doing further research. I
Yeah.
blended the soft skills with the leadership and I coined a new leadership perspective that is known as soft leadership.
Yeah.
This is the journey
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh, led to this level. And I published more than, I think, 10 books I published
Mm-hmm.
about soft skills and soft leadership and different areas I entered. Then what I was doing, and I was connecting MDP programs, corporates. I'm telling you, I think in the year 2010 or 11, I think. And also I was conducting EMBA classes for students. And when I was classes in those days, then some of the some students they asked, "Sir, we were happy with the prevailing leadership styles. We have so many leadership styles, so why did you on a new leadership perspective?"
Mm-hmm.
Then the journey has started, and I'm very curious and creative in nature, and I'm a passionate researcher. So whenever I conduct any training program, I make notes and take feedback, and take them forward
Mm-hmm.
because I keep some triggers whenever even if after this interview also I take the feedback and I identify some triggers and I keep exploring. This is
Yeah.
a regular process in my
Mm-hmm.
life. So then I started researching and everything. Then I explored various leadership styles like servant leadership by Robert Grieve. Then again, democratic leader. Then autocratic. So various leadership styles were there. So I thought, let me fill the gap with a new leadership that is soft leadership. This is the
Mm.
journey with soft
Okay.
leadership. Then subsequently, I published a couple of books, soft skills and soft leadership. So
Okay.
this is how I got that trigger, and I'm still doing research in
Mm-hmm.
uh, soft leadership, and I published 300 research papers. I'm not
Okay.
talking about articles.
Right.
I
Research.
published 300 research papers,
Wow.
apart from 1,000 articles I have published in the span of into 17 years. So you can understand the kind of efforts I have put in my life.
Yeah.
So then, and I serve on the editorial board of DLO of Emerald and JVPL and various journals. I am still I serve on the editorial boards and I was a reviewer, book reviewer. All these things helped me to come up to this level and to this level to keep things moving in towards soft leadership. Then again, what happened? The things have totally changed. This uh, technology it was changing everything. Then again, artificial intelligence. Then again, Gen AI. Then so many things are changing, and I feel very difficult to cope up with technology. And I wanted to cope up with technology. Then again, I had a brain stroke some 3.5 years back. So that
Mm-hmm.
was one more set.
Yeah.
So I had lots of setbacks, but still I'm trying to bouncing back
Mm.
despite challenges.
Yeah.
So things have come up to this level. So far, so good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Got it. And let's move to the next one. So, can you explain to our audience what exactly is soft leadership and how does it address the unique challenges that leaders face today?
Uh, it does have so many challenges. So that you can first of all briefly define about soft leadership. I told you the origin of soft leadership.
Yeah.
And now I'll briefly explain about soft leadership. This soft leadership is a new direction to leadership, and the soft leadership is people oriented uh, without compromising uh, task orientation, and it blends soft skills with your left brain and leadership with your right brain. So you can blend both left brain and right brain so
Mm-hmm.
that you can move forward. That's one thing. 15 days back, I have created this code. And the soft leadership is not about whining. Soft leadership is not about criticizing. Soft leadership is not about condemning. Soft leadership is all about empathizing with others, adding value, and making a difference in the lives of others. This is the second definition I have created.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some 11 C's that connects with my soft leadership. And some of the C's are, first it starts with character, charisma, conviction, communication, confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So various things I have created a framework that is 11C framework. And this soft leadership helps uh, organizations achieve uh, excellence and effectiveness. This soft leadership helps countries achieve peace and prosperity. Soft leadership helps uh, all generations, whether they're boomers or Generation X, Generation Y, and Generation Z, all generations it is required. The soft leadership is very much required in view of this Gen AI.
Mm.
So this is very much required. The soft leadership doesn't believe in superior subordinate. The soft leadership emphasizes on partnership. That means we are all partners for progress. Not like traditionally we had what is it called, leaders and subordinates, something like that. This soft leadership strives towards partnership, adding value and making a difference. So these are the definitions I have created
Okay.
for soft leadership, and I still create more and more definitions. And if you Google my name, Professor M.S. Rao, soft leadership, you can find out so many pages and so many
Mm-hmm.
research papers, articles that have been published.
Okay.
And some of my interviews were published on soft leadership by various eminent posts. And I'm going to get more and more such requests to appear in the podcast on soft leadership. So this is the story of soft leadership.
Okay. Okay. And how does it differ from the transformational or servant leadership, and what gap does it fill in the modern organizations?
This basically this servant leadership was coined by Robert Greene.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Greene, I believe is his name, and he had some 10 qualities on servant leadership.
Mm-hmm.
I made 11 qualities. That means 11 C's I have created.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
some of them like recall from my memory. First is character, uh, commitment, courage, communication, conscience. So like that, I have created 11 C's. Let me share one more the fact about this. Some uniqueness of this soft leadership is this soft leadership. It's a new leadership perspective, and I published a book titled "Soft Leadership: New Direction for Leadership," and
Mm-hmm.
that book I have dedicated to Peter Drucker, who is known as father of modern management. I
Mm.
admire Peter Drucker. That
Yeah.
is one aspect I have dedicated. And second thing is Philip Kotler, who is known as father of modern marketing. Philip
Marketing. Yeah.
Kotler, everybody knows. He's in my connections, and he has written the foreword. That is a second aspect. Third thing is the father of modern HR, Dave Aldrich, is my best friend. That one of the books I have dedicated to him also, and he has created a code for LLCs. And fourth thing with this soft leadership is that I am known as father of soft leadership because of my contributions in the area of soft leadership and
Mm-hmm.
having been published in various research papers especially eminent journals like Emerald, Sage, then JVPL, and various other journals. So, because of these four aspects, I am known as father of software edition. This is the uniqueness of this software edition.
Okay. Mhm. Got it. And who is your guiding voice, Professor?
My there is some inner voice
Mm.
that spark that drives me to keep moving forward.
Mm.
And I was I kissed death more than 10 times. I was close to death more than 10 times in my life.
Oh
The
my God.
last one was the brain stroke in 2011.
Mhm.
So I was close to death at that time. That was the I came out with flying colors. So it was very some power was driving me to keep moving forward to
Mhm.
add some value and impact the world in a
Mm.
huge way,
Yeah.
despite having health issues, mental challenges, physical challenges. That some spark,
Yeah.
some hidden force was uh,
Mhm.
driving me. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been possible for me to come up this level.
Right.
So that is the thing that drove me this level.
Mhm. So your tenacity is something really, truly, truly inspiring. And let's move to the next question. Again, this is related to the soft leadership only.
The tenacity is something I like it, but the thing is, uh, reading books is different, and suffering the things physically,
Yeah.
financially, mentally is very challenging, especially for me in my
Mhm.
life.
Yeah.
Let's circle back
I
to your question.
understand.
What is the question?
Yeah, I understand. So my next question is like, what innovative aspects have you introduced to soft leadership, which makes it distinct and effective?
Still, I'm in the process. As I said, my process is not one day affair. It's a regular activity. In
Mm.
the sense, I keep doing, adding.
Mm. Mhm.
I'm blending various aspects like culture, there's innovation. Of course, I'm innovative nature. I keep doing something, just adding value to existing products and services. So I'm innovating by nature. So I want to emphasize culture. Then technology. Of course, I am not acquainted with technology. I am not a digital survey, and I want to mix various aspects like agility, UCA is the acronym for V means volatility. U means volatility, uncertainty is the complexity is and so please bear with me. I'm stammering because of the brainstorm.
Not a problem. Yeah.
Sorry.
Mhm.
So please empathize with me. Otherwise, I would speak very fast. I was very fluent
Yeah.
speaker.
Mhm.
Things so gone wrong. And so these are all the things we have to navigate these challenges through soft leadership. And especially in view of the technology, we have to emphasize on technology because there is total disruption everywhere. We have to we have to change with the changing times and technologies, and we have to embrace uh, change. We have to embrace technology. So when we do so, we will be able to we will be able to move forward in such a way that we can do something meaningful for the people and the society as a whole.
Mhm. Yeah. Got it. Got it. And let's go to the next one. So you mentioned about these 11 C's, which are the core principles that you believe form the foundation of soft leadership, and you touched upon character, charisma, right? And can you talk about rest of them as well?
Right now, this is a problem. Okay. Let me recall. Actually, I had 11 C's. One more book I published that was
Mhm.
energy, enthusiasm, emotional intelligence, uh, eloquence, like that. That was a different book. That was exclusively meant for 11 E's. Okay. Now, this I have created 11 C's. This for soft leadership because every book is unique. Okay. So let me recall from my memory. First is character, charisma, then commitment, then conscience, communication, and sixth is courage. and so like that. Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can find them.
Yeah.
You Google also from the take it because now right now I'm not able to recall.
Mm. Okay. Sure.
Mm.
No problem at all. And so all this idea of soft leadership emerged from your discussions and requests from your EMBA students and also executives in MDP programs, right? So
Yeah.
after this is created, how did they respond to the concept of soft leadership? And do you find they readily adapt these practices or did it take some time for them?
And it takes time for everyone. It doesn't happen overnight. It
Right.
takes its own time. In my case, I do whenever uh, whenever I conduct class, I go back to my office or room. Then I jot down the points which were raised by students because whenever the students or audience raises questions, I don't take them lightly. Even if the
Mm.
clip says that whatever it is, I jot down and I do research and try to uh, do something. In that way, I have been doing it. So that's how I've done it. And then as I'm a scholar, of course I'm a scholar and also I'm a practitioner. I'm a practitioner in the sense because of my various aspects. And I'm a scholar means I write research papers. I publish research papers. So I started getting good response and was aware, was researching and I was expressing everything through books. Books are the best solution. In the
Mhm.
sense, whatever we speak that can be taken away. But once book is published, it's there forever. It has got a longevity for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. It will remain. So that's when I focused on a short pencil is better than a long term memory. That's my slogan.
Yeah.
Short term memory is better. A short pencil is better than a long term memory. So what
Yeah.
I do that I persist the things and I keep doing. So in that way, I've come up to this level. This is briefly about the records from my EMBA students, MBA students, and also from various sources and from my researchers, from the
Mhm.
various research and my continuous research led to this current scenario. And hopefully, I'll create more and more triggers. And right now, I am creating more triggers and publish more more and more research papers and publish in various eminent journals. So that's what I am planning. And hopefully, once my health is all right, my right
Yeah.
hand has been paralyzed. I can't type with my right hand, and I can't my right hand. Once I get to the feet, everything will be all, and I'll keep moving. I'll be publishing research papers and also I publish some pending projects. I still have several books to be published.
Mhm. Mhm. Mm.
Publishers are coming forward to publish, but I am not in a position to publish because of the health challenge.
Mhm. Mhm. I wish you a speedy recovery, and I'm sure you're going to bounce back with double the energy because that spirit
I
is
am bouncing
visible.
back. I
Yeah,
am bouncing. There is a
you
difference
are.
between I will bounce. Will is
You
different. This is I am bouncing means we are already in the
you are bouncing. Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
correct that. I take that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
take
it's
that.
okay. The, sometimes words we have to be very much careful. We have to be very
Right.
much careful in our words.
Yeah.
We put words in a positive sense
Right.
that will have an impact. So we have
Absolutely.
to put impact in a positive way because
Yeah.
I must reach out to my audience, students, or people,
Mm.
whatever it is. So I always put positive sentences that
Right.
we are going in a right direction like that.
Right. No, I get it. You are already bouncing back, and I'm sure
Oh,
you are going
thank
to
you. Oh,
triple your
good.
energy.
So it means you're a quick learner. So you could understood my the trigger. Then again,
Absolutely.
change it. So
Absolutely.
this is what is required in life.
Yeah.
You're a quick learner. It's very
Yeah.
obvious from your statement. Yes,
Right.
we are
Excellent.
bouncing, not you. I am bouncing
Right.
back.
Right. Thank you so much. And this has been again another incredible conversation so far. And it's time for us to add some more spice and some more excitement, which means you got it by now. We are doing the second rapid fire for today's episode. If you're ready, let's get started.
Okay, I am ready.
Okay. The first bullet is a quality that you dislike in a leader.
lack of commitment. I don't
And
like people who
mhm,
don't honor my commitment.
yeah.
I'll just remove from my
Mhm.
list. There are many people in my life. Those who honor my commitment, just I removed from my list.
Got it.
And we are connected because of one fact, that is commitment.
Correct.
We both are connected. Okay? Have commitment. I respect your commitment. That's how things move on.
Yeah. Sure. And the best book on leadership that you have read recently.
So many books I have read. An untold story by Doris. She wrote. She
Hmm.
published book. She's a biographer. She
Okay.
wrote books on
Mm-hmm.
Lincoln and
Mm-hmm.
a team of rivals. She
Mm-hmm.
wrote, and she's in my connection. And she mailed me very long back.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a presidential biographer. She's a
Mm-hmm.
historian. He is connected. She sent me mails also. He's a very expert leader,
Yeah.
and very passionate historian, and expert in leadership. And this Lincoln film was based on. It was loosely based on Doris' book, Team of Bible.
Mm. Okay. Got it. And let's quickly move to the next one. One historical figure you would like to coach.
Oh, it's very challenging. That is none other than Elon Musk. He's very eccentric, but I'll handle him and I'll coach him.
Okay, interesting. And then a leader you'd love to have lunch with.
Uh, there are two actually: Abraham
Yeah.
Lincoln and Mahatma Gandhi.
Okay, great. And one thing you wish you had known earlier in your career.
See, I tell everyone is that my students, especially,
Mhm.
whenever I conducted what is it called, in the fourth year of engineering college, students request me, sir, any message you want to give us in the fourth year of engineering college, because I worked
Mm.
in colleges. They say one thing, say forget all this ragging and all those things. First thing is you network with the people and collaborate with the people,
Mm.
because forget this usually in colleges, traditional, no, I don't know, things are changing. People used to do a lot of writing in English. I
Right.
don't know, speak anything.
Yeah.
I'm talking very long way. So I told you have to network with people and you have to collaborate.
Yeah.
These two are the aspects you have to emphasize. And let me
Got
add
it.
one more thing. We grow from educational institutions.
Mm. Yeah.
So that is it. Again, it is related to this network.
Right. Right. Got it.
When you have strong networks, strong alumni network, uh, so sky is the limit for you.
Yeah.
You can build relations, and you can talk to people, and you can exchange, you can help people, and also you can take help from them. Like,
Agreed. In fact, I am part of JNTU Hyderabad Alumni Network, which is based out of United States only, and I got
mhm.
inducted to into that about 2 years ago, and I'm seeing a lot of benefits in terms of connecting with all the seniors who graduated long back, and we are able to help each other. And I truly agree and concur with your statement. And that brings me to the last question of the second rapid fire round. One thing that artificial intelligence will never replace in leadership:
Creative. Nobody
creativity.
can nobody can replace creativity,
Yeah,
because we are creators.
yeah, wonderful. I
And
loved
people
it.
say no, take the word. I don't believe in that. It's
Mhm.
the humans who created the technology, not the other way around.
Superb.
Right? Nobody
Yeah,
can replace human creativity. Human creativity is very, very powerful.
yeah. Got it. Amazing second rapid fire round. And as always, I'm loving this conversation. Wonderful, Professor. So, after that amazing second rapid fire round, it's time for us to flip back to the mainstream. And here comes the last question, Professor. So, with the artificial intelligence and technology rapidly advancing, do you see a role for software leadership in leading tech driven organizations? And how can leaders in high tech industries implement it?
First, we will talk about this technology aspect.
Yeah.
We have to embrace technology. We have to embrace change, and change is the only thing constant in this world. We have to embrace change, and we have to embrace technology. And the technology is changing so rapidly. We get up every day morning and night. By the end of the day, we see so many new apps popping up. So every
Yeah.
day, new apps are coming, things are changing so fast. It's very difficult to cope up with technology, and you have to be very fast. You have to be agile, and you should learn, and you should also learn from mistakes, and you have to correct yourself. Then again, you have to move forward. It's like more or less like a trial and error method. So you have to do it so that you'll be able to uh, reach your goals, and you'll be able to add value for technology. And we must know how to harness technology. And you can't throw the technology, because without technology we can't survive. And you and I are connected because of technology. So we need technology. Sorry. We need technology, and we should harness technology for people, for the world as a whole. So I strongly emphasize this technology, AI, and this chat GPT has changed the game. I think more than a year back, and Sam Walton, I think, he started, and things have changed. And I'm sure more and more uh, apps will come. So many new things will come, and things have changed. For example, Airbnb, nobody thought, or nobody thought. So, like new things will come up. So we should be prepared to get along with the technology. We have to embrace technology, and we have to update ourselves regularly, so that we can keep going in a right direction, so that we can leave a legacy for the future generations.
Wonderful. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much, Professor M.S. Rao. Thank you again for joining in this episode as well. And I really appreciate you taking time out of your schedule and joining us and sharing your wisdom with our audience. It means a lot. And looking forward to having many more conversations in the future. All right. So thank you so much once again. And on that note, let
And
me, yeah, please go ahead.
let me thank you. Let me thank you, and I'm very happy that you gave me uh, one more opportunity for the interview. The previous one was general. It was general in the sense it was focusing about my life issue. But this particular episode possesses purely from the perspective of soft leadership. So I'm very happy that you have given me this opportunity, and I'm also very. I'm doing some research, and hopefully I'll create new things, and I think I'll discover something new to impact the world as a whole, and express my gratitude to you with gratitude.
Thank you so much, sir. Means a lot. And all right. So with that, let's conclude the episode with Professor M.S. Rao. And folks, before we jump into the fun trivia section, we have a quick request. In case if you have enjoyed the conversation and found it useful, please share with at least 3 of your friends or colleagues who would also like TGV, the guiding voice, to spread the knowledge and help others grow just like you are growing. And now it's time for us to cruise into the trivia segment. Today, I thought of presenting you few fun facts about leadership. First and foremost, penguins as leadership icons. Penguins are often studied as symbols of leadership because they naturally operate in a well coordinated group and take turns leading each other through harsh environments. And this has inspired leaders to learn from nature's example of teamwork and resilience. Second is Napoleon's 2 a.m. rule. You know, Napoleon Bonaparte, known for his exceptional strategic mind, was said to only promote generals who could wake up at 2 a.m., be calm, and issue clear orders. And this became a metaphor for leaders who can handle unexpected challenges with clarity under pressure. Third is about Abraham Lincoln's team of rivals. US President Abraham Lincoln, I think Professor M.S. Rao has quoted about him multiple times in the two episodes. In fact, Lincoln famously appointed political opponents to his cabinet because he valued their differing viewpoints, believing it would help him lead better. And this approach, called a team of rivals, is still studied today as model of collaborative leadership. All right. So this is about some lesser known facts about the leadership. And in case if you know similar fun facts about leadership, definitely I would like to hear from you. If you're watching this episode on YouTube, you can comment there, or if you found this episode on some social media platforms or on audio platforms, you can comment there as well. I would love to review what you have written, and in fact I would like to talk about it in future episodes when time permits. So folks, that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in and also for being part of our awesome TGV family. So until next time, take care, stay inspired, and remember, the best is yet to come. So goodbye for now. See you all in the next episode with another amazing guest. Take care. Love you all. Bye bye.
Let me also share with you one thing, if you
Yeah.
can permit. Three
Yeah, yeah.
questions you have told. What was the first one? Penguin. Huh?
Penguin. Yeah.
You can also record. Huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me share my observations. Yeah, this penguin story. I read the books very long back. They search for food in a horse environment. They go in groups, right? So
Hmm.
it's very amazing, and I personally admire one that is eagle. Eagle is
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
symbol of, that's my personal opinion, and eagle also flies with uh, in a team. They go in a team. If one of the birds has any problem, other birds will come down, and then again they take the flight and keep moving. If one of the bird dies, then again it starts. Now this is what I learned from military, because I was in military. So one of the my soldiers had any problem, so all people will come together. Then again will help. Then will go forward. That's what I learned from military. And when you go for eagle, why I want to know, because it minimizes what it called. It increases the speed. Okay. So in many, it has got many aspects. It's not only leadership. And the second question, something you have asked. So let me recall that question. What was the second question?
Napoleon Bonaparte.
Napoleon Borden, that little couple, I admire, and I am 5'4". I think he was a second lieutenant or something like that. And I mentioned in my book, and one of the books on strategy emphasized about Napoleon. Right, he was very powerful, and he had the strategic mindset, and he never gave up. That's why he's still remembered, and I admire, and I have mentioned in my books also. And one of the chapters is about Napoleon, and it has been published in a magazine also. Second one. The third one, something you asked. What is the third question?
Third one is about Lincoln's team of rivals.
Yeah, yes. Lincoln had lots of challenges that everybody knows, and I often talk about. And I watched Lincoln's movie. I think maybe in the maybe multiple times I watched it. And some of my friends, are American friends, they are connected with me. They are on my social media, and I admire Lincoln because of various aspects. The main thing is that he modernized the economy, and he strengthened federal structure. A third thing, he abolished the blacks were not. He abolished the slavery, and the fourth thing is he united America. These are the four factors. And
Hmm.
he did everything despite there were some opponents within the team. They were opposing every time. They were pulling the legs, whatever it is, but he coordinated effectively and led from the front. And one more leader I also admire, apart from Lincoln, was George Washington. He was the first president of uh, 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 America, and he was persistent, and Lincoln was resilient. That's the difference between two. And these two leaders are very powerful in the American history. The great leaders.
Wow.
I admire and I talk about them, and I often mention my 53 books about
Sir,
these leaders.
Sir, you are a encyclopedia actually. Like whatever topic
Not that
is
I
mentioned,
have read.
you have
Uh,
something to connect.
in the sense, I read. I'm a bookworm right from my childhood to till date.
Right, right,
I'm
right, right.
acquiring knowledge from multiple sources by connecting whatever is available. Despite I was not, I was college dropout. I acquired several qualifications: DME, BSc, MA, MBA, PGDCLL. All these qualifications through private education. That too when I was in Air Force, because by 18 I joined Air Force, and I I used to go. I used to work very hard. I used to go to far distant places to acquire knowledge because I have gratitude for knowledge.
Right.
So, despite all the challenges, despite being a couple, yeah, when you say couple, he was uh, he was known as a little couple, Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon Bonaparte is known as a couple. And then so people might think I was a commission officer, but I was a couple served for 12 years. So these are all the aspects that helps me. That's why I'm very much passionate about sharing my knowledge with
Right.
the world, especially young people.
Right. Got it. Got it. Thank you so much for your 2 cents on those topics as well. And with that, we conclude this episode. Thanks you everyone for tuning in.